Dyan here. We're at Creativation in Phoenix 2020, and it's been a long day, long day, but lovely to see you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little bit of demoing, I think, because I've done a lot of talking today. I am going to talk to Stan. What I want to talk about, I've brought out 12 new paints. 6 of them match the inks that came out earlier in the year. So I'll put them like this. Can you see? I'm sorry, Kelly. It's okay. So 6 of them match the rest that came out. So we have Island Parrot, we have Blue Lagoon, we have Balmy Night, we have Desert Sand, we have Pink Flamingo, and we have Fiery Sunset. And my paints are transitioning into these bottles. So these are only coming out in the bottles. And they're made to stand upright like this. They have a little flip cap, and I wanted them to stand upright so you can see the colours straight from the top. These 6 colours are exactly like all my other paints. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
I can't see them from behind.
Exactly.
So these 6 paints are exactly like all my other paints, same same formula, everything, okay? So I'm just going to put those to one side because I also brought out another 6 paints. And these paints I call my cocktails. So we have lemon drop, is that straight? Sour apple tea, blue Hawaii.
All day I've been fine, and now all of a sudden... Okay, we're back. No, you can continue.
Okay.
Yep.
So these are what I call the cocktails, yeah. And you can see how bright they are. They've got like neon highlighter kind of tendencies. So these have a slightly different formula to all my other paints because of that. So I just really wanted to talk about that. So I'm going to use these. So I think I'm going to use the ones. So I'll just pop those to one side. The flip top, when you first get the paints, what you have to do, you have to undo them and you have to just take off the little lid, which I didn't realise it was on, and I was trying to squeeze and nothing was coming out. So you just, let me show this one probably. There you go. Can you see this little foil cap? So you just peel that off and then you can do with the paint. So I'm just going to do a patchwork. That's what I'm going to do, a patchwork technique. So first of all, I'm going to get the mango punch. And these paints are more translucent, but you can build them up. So they're a slightly different texture in there. Now, so can you see when I do this, they're very translucent, but I hope it's picking up the brightness. I'm not sure if it is, but I'm going to just add some more. Oh, I'm just going to take this off for this video because it's getting in the way. I can do those. So there's my first colour. Then I'm going to take the strawberry daiquiri. And I'm going to put some on there. Get some on, not too much. Give it a blend. Across.
The neon is definitely hard to come across.
Is it not? Yeah. It's sort of matte, and this is luminescent. And I wasn't sure if it would come across in camera, but we can see. So then I've got some of the strawberry daiquiri. Sorry, I'm in the way.
No, you can see it good when it's huddled up like that.
Yes, because at the moment we've only got one coat on here, so it's not really going to show as much. And let's have that there. And then I'm going to put one of the opposite colours in to give it a bit of punch. I think I'm just going to put the yellow in. So I'm just going to add some yellow. So I have a different blend. You can probably see that. You can see how that is. Oh, it's got no sponge on. Let me find one with sponge on. So then I'm just going to fill in there. Okay, so there's the first coat, really messy, and so then I'm going to add a second coat, and you'll see the difference, and hopefully as we go along you'll be able to see the qualities of it. So this is that showing up a bit more? Yeah. So you just go over it again and you can neaten them up. Okay, and then we'll go, where's the pink one?
Right here.
Oh, sorry. we moved it, didn't we? So we'll just add some in of the pink. You can be neat. I'm never neat because I'm just not, because it doesn't really matter to me. But if it matters to you to be neat, you be neat. Don't worry about it. So hopefully this is showing up a bit more now.
Someone said they look neon on the craft mat, but not as much in the journal.
Okay, but they do.
Yeah, in real life.
Yes, in real life they do. So don't worry.
They're very bright.
Yeah, don't worry about that. Okay, and then the last one is going to be the yellow. And again, it might look messy, but it's not finished. So maybe the light, does that look better? Can you see it there?
The yellow is definitely...
Yeah, but they all are. The yellow is actually the lowest. So then, what I do, and look, they're the same as my other paints. Even that yellow that I've just done, they're dry. They're really nice and smooth, and they're dry. If I wanted them darker than that, I could put another layer on, but I'm not going to. So then I'm going to get out the stencils. And I've got large and small, and I use a combination of both of them. I'm just going to put those there. And I think, so what I do is, I choose my lightest colour, and then I put my next lightest colour on. So on the yellow, I'm going to put the mango punch. So this is the lemon drop, this is mango punch. So I think I'm going to take, let's take the spider's web, pick up the mango punch. I don't need any more paint on it. And I'm just going to stencil onto there. I'm going to come down here, I'm going to add it here. So all of the yellow is going to have the orange on, okay? And always clean your stencils. A piece of dry kitchen roll will clean your stencils straight away. I'm terrible for cleaning my stencils. I've got to get the paint off. And I don't mind cleaning on another page or on the mat. So just put that to one side, okay? So then I was using the orange, so now I'm going to go on the orange. And to me, I think I'm going to go in the orange with this pink, okay? So I'm going to pick up the pink, I'm going to choose another stencil. I'll choose the Court Jester, and then I'm just going to add. Okay, so I'm going to add it there, I'm going to add it here.
People are saying the colors are very bright. They see the neons.
They can start to see them now, yeah. I don't want to call them neons because I don't want you thinking that that's what they are. They're a neon-ish paint. They're just really bright, and I'm using them all together here. But in reality, once the show's over, they'll go in with all the paints, and I'll just use whatever paint there is. Please don't think you can only use them together. You can, but you can use them with everything else. And for example, this page here, where it's quite a matte compared to this, I could go in, I could stencil something on here as well, and that would give it, you would get that tendency. So I've just been on the orange with the pink. So now I'm going to go on the pink with the strawberry daiquiri. So that's that one there.
And someone's asking where they can buy the stencils. These are all the new ones.
These are all the new stencils, yeah. So go, oh, wrong one. Pink, I'm going on pink. What am I doing, Dyan? It's because I'm thinking about the stencils, sorry. Yeah, go look on Ranger.com, Ranger, and you'll find the names of all the stencils. I've been talking about them. You can order them, you can go into your local stores, your independent stores. They are not shipping yet, so you can't buy them just yet. Everything will be shipping to the stores mid-February. So the stores should be getting them near the end of February. That's when you should start finding them, okay? People think because we've got them here that they're available, and they're not. So just be wary of that, okay? So I went on to the pink with the strawberry, so now onto this, the deeper one here, I'm going to use the yellow. So I'm going to go back to the yellow, and I'm going to, what should we use? Let's use the block. So I'm going to put this one on with the yellow, okay? You might not see that with these lights.
Is that Martha's matte stencil?
No, this is Betsy's blocks.
Betsy's blocks.
This is Betsy's blocks. That one was Martha's matte.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was Martha's matte, and this one was Otis's orbs.
Oh.
Otis orbs. The only one that I haven't got is Edith. So Edith will have a stencil next time. She'll probably have a silhouette stencil. So all the 5 grandchildren are in. Now, I don't know if that will show up with you here. Is that showing up?
Mm-hmm.
But you can see the quality. So that's all the paints. So I'm just going to clean that one up. And then these just wipe off here. Now, I will say, if you know of me and you know of the way I work, all my other paints, because of the properties in the paints, you can leave these sponges and you can use them again tomorrow and the day after. But these will harden because of the resins in them. So anytime I use any of these 6 colours, I peel these off and I just rinse them on a night, and then they're ready for tomorrow. And it's because of the resins they will go hard. So just to be wary of that. But it's just the cocktails. Oh, I've just put pink. Look at that all over my page. Must have had it on my hand. It'll be fine. Don't you love it when I do silly things as well? So okay. So what I want the stencil I want to use. Oh, it's here. So that's my main background, and then I'm going to bring out this stencil. This stencil is called a Stitch in Time, and I'm really...
Yes, Laura, you can wash them with water. She auto-corrected to ribeye with water, but wash with water, yes.
We're doing a ribeye right now. Yeah, just wash. Do you know what I do? I have them on my hand, because there's only 6 of them. And I just get a little bit of soap on my hand and I do that, and then I just go like that and then I rinse them, okay? If you were using Thames paints like this, you'd have to do that to every single colour. If you were using Dina's paints, again, you couldn't leave them overnight. All my other paints, you could leave these day after day after day. It's just these 6 that you need to clean. So this is, I don't know why I've never made this stencil before. This is one of my favourites since I've been using it. And this is all stitches. So, you know, we've got my interpretation of stitches, but you can see here. So this is what I'm going to go through the patchwork with. And we've got it in large and small. And the most important thing to know about this is, you can't really see it on there. Let me see. Can you see it better there? The important thing to know is that a blending tool will fit. I can do any of these without encroaching onto the next one. Because the number of times you do this and all of a sudden you've got half of this in. So I was really specific, and you can see with the small one, that's why I did it this way, so there would still be enough room to go in between. So I try and think of everything for you. So I'm going to use the black paint now. I did have, there we go.
I'm sorry, can you just talk about the book you're working in? Because somebody asked, do you sell them? And
certainly,
of course.
Yeah, we sell all the books. I have 8 different journals that you can work on in, and I also have 3 diaries. This particular, I'm just going to put this in so I don't lose the page. This particular one is the Jumpstart Journal, okay? And in the Jumpstart Journal, every page on the right-hand side is pre-started for you. Sometimes it's for doodling, you know, but every page on this side, and if you can see, every page on this side is blank. And that's so, if you're frightened of doing, you know, a lot of people daren't start. I've already started things for you, but then you can put, see, for example, this was blank and I've added my own things in. And you can alter this. You can start stenciling onto here as well. You can alter. So this one with the black spots is called the Jumpstart Journal. I also have, the most popular of my journals is the large one. And it's the paper, it's the quality of the paper. This paper is made especially for me. There's been lots of people make journals that are look exactly the same as mine, but it's not, it's the paper. So I have this, I have square journals. I have square journals in the white and in the black. So the black cardstock. I have smaller size ones, this size. Size journal, and I have the flip journal. I have 2 sizes of the flip journal, which you can either use this way or you can use this way. So 11 different journals. Yep. And it's the quality of the paper. The paper is a dream to work on. So,
yep. And they're all available on Ranger's site. They're available on almost every online retailer. A lot of them are available in a lot of the major stores. So definitely check with your local retailer. They're carried in the books for sure are
Yeah.
in a lot of locations. And somebody asked, do the pages fall out when you're lying them flat open like that?
Do they what?
Do the pages fall out?
Oh no, because it's a stitched journal. All my journals are stitched. Let me see if I can find one to show you. When you do mixed media, it's really important. So my journals are in signatures. I don't know if you can see the stitching down the centre. So every 2 sheets of card is folded in half and stitched down the centre. So that's these 2. And then the next 2 big sheets is stitched, and then the next 2 and the next 2. So if you damage one page, only one other page is going to come out, and then they're all put in and they're all glued together down here. So it's a really sturdy book.
We're live on YouTube and we just got a naughty comment I had to delete.
Seriously, it's just people have nothing better to do. Anyway, so I'm now using the black. So I'm using the black marble here, just exactly the same. Don't get too much paint on. And then I'm going to pick, I think I'm going to do a few different ones. So I think I'm going to pick this one, and I just choose where the seams are. And then I'm just going to go, oops, I went too high. I forgot what I was doing and I just went too high, which is fine. I'm just going to get that. Well, that will disappear later. So I'll do that, and I think I'll go across here. And I think I'll go across this one. Okay, then I'm just going to, put my thing in it. It's because I'm working in such a small space. I'm so sorry. And then I'm just going to choose a different design. So I think I'll choose the cross stitch. I'm going to go down there. I'm going to go across here. I'm just going to do 3 this side.
A lot of people are saying thank you for the live demo. They've been waiting to see you. They're so happy to see you in action. They are loving the new paints and the journals. And
I've been really, really busy. But we're going to be doing loads of videos, loads of, it's just, last year was a very hectic year for me. And so we'll be more on the ball this year. So bear with us. And so on this one, I'm just going to put this little stitch. I'm just going to go. You could just use the one on all of them, but I'm just, I just want to show you the different patterns that are on here. That's why I'm using a few different ones. But can you see, you don't have to be too careful because I've given you that gap. Oops. I've given you plenty of room. What have I missed? Oh, this one. Is that it? Is that the last one? Have I missed? Oh, there's one. You see, I usually miss one. So it's on here as well. I always think I'm finished and then up pops another one.
they love this stitches stencil.
Wonderful, thank you. And it comes in large and small. Why have I, who does all the stitching, never thought of it before? Silly. So I'm going to put that to one side.
And I love that you could lay it right on top and move to the next one without messing it up because the paint's dry so fast.
It's dry so fast. This is the thing. This is why my paints were made this way, because they had to dry really, really fast. Now, when this is dry, I will go in and I will doodle these bits. Now, you cannot doodle on paint. You should never use a pen on paint for about 3 hours. If it on ink, it will be 24 hours. I'm trying to find some little samples. Here we go. I'll show you one of those. But I would go in and I would do something like this. So on the black, I would go with my white paint pen. And I'm a big doodler, so I like to do these backgrounds as well to make, can you see how they pop out? So this is optional. So this is something like this. And you can see I've gone in and made those stand out. And I've gone over this with a white pen as well. But I'm a doodler, I love to doodle. But you can't do it for about at least 3 hours. Otherwise your pen will break. It won't break when you're doing it, but it won't work again. Okay, so that's the basis. So normally I don't do just one page, I'll do more, I do 5 or 6 pages. But what we're going to do on here is, I've got some, my new collage sheets are out. I have 2 sets of collage sheets. This is set 1, and you can see we have 16 pages of the large designs, and then we've taken the large designs and we've shrunk them. So 16 large and 8 with them half size. And you can see here, these are the large, all taken from my journals and all doodled by me. And then when we get there, we go. Now we go on to the. Sorry, I always do it the wrong way for you all. So now we've got the half size pages. So the same images but half size. So that's set 1, and this one is set 2. And I'm going to be making more as we go along. And the beauty with these is that normally, if you're a collage person, you'll know that each sheet of this is normally between $2 and $3. So we've done a lot, the 24 in a pack for $14.99. So they are just amazing value. Those I'm keeping whole at the moment, but I do have some that I've ready made.
So while Di's getting that, I just want to confirm she did work in the journal with the new cocktail range, not the colors that match. The new colors that match the ink sprays, and there are no ink sprays for the cocktail range.
And I won't be making ink sprays for the cocktail range either. It's the so I'll end up with 30 inks and 36 pens. Okay, it'll be too difficult to make inks to do. So I'm going to use my collage pieces. You can see here that I collect these long thin boxes, and this is my sticky back canvas. I just decorate. People always say, why don't you bring out your own storage? It's much more fun to decorate your own. So these are my sticky back canvas. They just peel off and I just stick them on, okay? And you can see I have lots and lots. So I like these shallow boxes because then I can put half in here, and so I can rummage around. Now, if you're trying to collage by looking through here and picking out what you want, it's very difficult to do, let me tell you. But if you've already put them out, I find it much easier because I can rummage more, okay? Now, this book is upside down, especially so that you can see. So I'm just going to sort of rummage through and decide what I want. Let's have a look. Oh, I think we need a little bulldog on there. And then when I'm doing whatever my background is, I try to sort of add a contrast. So maybe I'll have that. I might have that. What about his head? It's a bit hard to work upside down actually. I'm not sure if I can see. Let's put that there. And now I'm just going to see if I can find some legs. What have we got in here? So these are already done for you, but actually we've got a boot there. Maybe, where do I put my scissors? Don't be frightened to alter my work. Don't be frightened at all, okay? So I'm just going to snip that off. I'll use that for something else because now upside down I can't really see, but is that looking okay, Kelly? I'm asking normal people to tell me if this looks okay, which is a bit strange. I think I fancy a wing. What can I use as a wing? Have I got anything in? Normally I would spread them out more on a table. Actually, there's those as well. Kelly, I can't really judge, but what do you think? Should we have a vote? Do we think those?
You like those?
Yeah, let's go with those. And then I just throw these back in. So I'm still looking for a wing out. There'll be something in here. And if I can't find something, I'll just cut something into the shape of a wing. But I am absolutely sure if I continue, there we go. I think I can just have one wing. I'll be fine with one. Now, does his head want to go that way? Or does his head... It's quite difficult to work upside down, actually. What do you think?
I like that.
That way? Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's go with that. So, can you see how easy that was to do? You could alter these. You could add extra on. You could doodle. I'm just going to leave it for... Oh, hang on. Look what fell out, which means if something falls out, you've got to use it. It's the law. So he's going to now have a nice hat. I'll stick it when I stick it down. Okay, so I'm just going to move these out of the way. Now to glue and collage. Collage is my absolute passion. I love collage. I use, this is nearly an empty one, I use a glue stick. Now the difference between my glue stick and everybody else's is my glue stick works. This is my Dylusions glue stick. You could use a gel medium. I just don't because I'm usually on the run. What you can't use, look, that fell out, so that needs to go somewhere as well. Maybe, does it need a tail? I don't know. Yeah, maybe he needs something adding down there. I'll have a look in a minute. Don't use a wet glue. Don't use like a PVA or an Elmer's or a Mod Podge. All of this will wrinkle, okay? Now, when you come to sticking, the rule is you stick what's underneath first, okay? So these legs are underneath, hit this. So I slide this out, glue stick this. I'm gluing straight onto the non-stick craft sheet, so I can just rub it off. You notice I've left everything else in place so that I know where this goes. So I'm just going to lift this and I'm just going to stick it down, okay? The wing is underneath, so I'm going to pull that out. I'm going to glue stick the wing.
I'm sorry, we only have the small size glue stick. We don't have the big one anymore.
No, and the reason we don't have the big one is my fault, because people don't put the lids on so they dry out. So I said stop making it. Okay, this is how most people put a lid on. This is how we put a lid on. I hope you could hear that. So with the bigger ones, people didn't put the lids on properly. They dried out and then they complained about the glue. Nobody complains about the small, so that's why we've done it, okay? And the small ones are fine. They're absolutely fine. I find I can travel better with these small ones. So you'll note, I don't know if you noticed, those of you who don't know, these are like a triangular. It's so that when I'm on planes, they can't roll away. It is, yeah, because they always roll. So I'm going to press that down, and I just press down firmly with my hand, and then I'm going to do, sorry, it's like watching paint dry, isn't it, watching me glue. I can always go back later and tuck little bits ends in, but this is what I'm always doing this on a plane. I always have a mat with me. Did we decide that way?
Yes.
Yes. So press it down. Anything that overhangs I will cut off. So press it down firmly, and then we're going, and again you could just use the dog, you could cut the bottom off, you can alter these. Don't worry about it. Don't think you've got to keep them how I made them. You can do whatever. The only thing you can't do with them is you can't scan them and you can't change the size of them, okay? So, and that's to do with intellectual property and copyright. So you just cut them out and use them. So let's have this hat. There we go. I'll have his hat there. So that's everything glued down. Now again, I always wait at least a couple of hours for the glue to completely cure. Otherwise, when you take a pen, and you're going to get it gluey and it's going to break. So the next thing that I would do on here is, let me find some collaged ones to show you. Here you can see they look as though they're sitting on the surface. If you look here, I've outlined round everything, and that makes it look as though it's got a shadow and it looks as though it belongs there. If you can see on every single one of mine, and I outline badly because I'm not bothered. You can outline neatly if you want, but oh, that's that. Oh look, I was going to do the same again. Luckily I changed it. But everything is outlined round, but you wouldn't do it until it's completely dry. And then to finish it off, you could write or you could add a stamped saying, but these are my bigger back chats, okay? And these you just peel up and you cut up. There is black with white writing and there's white with black writing. So let's have a look. What shall I do? Try and decide what. Oh, I know. I have to turn. Oh no, I can still do it upside down. I'm going to put. One day I shall rule the world. Until then, I'm going to bed. So I shall just. I'm going to start backwards. Go up. So you just peel them off. And you can keep them whole, but I like to didn't know I could craft upside down. This is amazing. Do you think that's one of my superpowers?
Hidden talent.
Superpowers, crafting upside down, yeah. So when I'm collaging, all I do is I make lots of backgrounds, and then I put lots of collage in, and then another day I will do the doodling, and then another day I will do this. I never sort of do this. And again, the finishing touch. Pen. Oh, I can't find my favourite pen, but oh, there it is. So the finishing touch I do to